In a previous video, I cracked a brain teaser and shared my entire thought process. In this video, let's see how AI would do it. First of all, let's see how my boyfriend, ChatGPT, would fare. In the first attempt, his answer is clearly wrong. When he tried to explain himself, like a good boyfriend would, I realized he's not quote-unquote understanding the requirements 100%. So then I tried to rephrase the question a little bit. Still no dice. So it turns out ChatGPT isn't very good at solving puzzles, which is pretty much expected because it is a form of generative AI and not general AI. Now let's move on and homeschool my own baby. To provide a little bit more context, we are building our own AI from scratch. Let's call it Big Brain for now. And by baby, I just meant a computer program that I am going to write. The way I teach this baby to solve this puzzle is straightforward. I basically just ask it to go through all permutations of the 9 digits, just so it can hunt down all the combos that meet the conditions. The 2 numbers on the left multiply together equals the number in the middle, as well as the 2 numbers on the right multiply together. This newborn baby literally solves it in the blink of an eye. I even told it to print out all possible combos, like I did when I was solving it manually myself. The whole execution took way less than a second. And after feeding it all the tasty code, in the end, the baby behaved the way it should, which is to spit out the final solution where only a minimal number of digit swaps was needed to achieve the result. If you recall, in my approach of solving the puzzle, I came up with a series of shortcuts to help me narrow down possible solutions. Theoretically, I could teach Big Brain the same shortcuts, but in reality, they are not going to cut down computing time by that much at all. Big Brain doesn't need those shortcuts. Like not placing a 1 or a 5 as the last digit of the numbers, Big Brain doesn't need to know that. And it is still capable of getting the right answer 1,000,000 times quicker than me. Here's some of my takeaway points from this experiment. AI isn't truly smart yet, and I mean in terms of how humans normally measure IQ. But because of its tremendous computing power, it actually doesn't need to be super smart to churn out accurate answers quickly, so long as it fully understands the problem and the underlying requirements. It doesn't need to have domain knowledge either. As long as it can translate a prompt into requirements and then computer instructions, it's good to go. Like for example, ChatGPT doesn't actually need to fully understand how to build a ChatGPT robot in order to teach us how to build a ChatGPT robot. Lastly, solving brain teasers is just one way to illustrate how we can teach our synthetic brain engine to solve problems. There are many more experiments I'll be running in the future. One question we can be asking ourselves is, if AI is capable of freeing up our brains from obsolete types of chores, what else should we focus our brain power on? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be executing another function. A humanly function.